Hey guys, Kurz here with you today. Today I'm going to go over these pillowcases here. So this is how they came. Well, they came in the packaging here, the plastic packaging. But you can kind of see they came with it looks like a cardboard, I guess, insert here. So they're partially folded up. All right, some good old cardboard. Let's get that out of the way. All right, let's actually see what these pillowcases look and feel like here. All right, so we got a couple here, or two in the set, or the kit. All right, so let me change this angle a little bit so you guys can kind of see here. So this is what they look like. That's definitely a long pillow. Now these are the king size pillows, or pillowcases, should I say. All right, so kind of getting up close to it, we have this stitching. Now that is, what is that for, just decoration? Yeah. So there's going to be stitching on both sides. On this side here, this is going to be, I'm assuming, the top of your pillow, the part that people are going to be able to see. And you can kind of see here they have a couple little lines. And the reason I always kind of really pay attention to that stuff is anytime I'm dealing with fabric of any type, I always want to see lots of stitching. The more stitching you see, generally speaking, kind of the longer it's going to last. It's just better quality. Because I always imagine, let's say that little piece right there, let's say it tore, maybe you snagged it, maybe it just tore in the washing machine, whatever. If that one little string tore on this particular pillow or pillowcase, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's not really going to cause an issue. Now imagine if you only had 5 stitches throughout the whole thing. Now one of those tears, now you got a problem. I mean, it's literally a matter of time before this thing's trashed now. So the more stitching, generally speaking, the better. So there's lots of stitching on that, so that's nice. Flipping it over to the other side over here. Now there's nothing on this side of it, so they didn't go through the effort of kind of decorating both sides. But stitching wise, how did they do that? It's kind of odd. Let's see, so that's okay. So on the front side, I see it now. On the front side is kind of folded. You can see there, it's folded in on itself, and then it's stitched on the inside as well as the outside. On the back side of it here, the bottom of your pillow, it's still folded, but they did not stitch this to the rest of it. So I'm not really sure why they would do that, because now you have, you can even see here on this part of it here, this kind of the corner, just to make sure you guys see it too. On the corner here, the front is sewn together and this side is not. So long term, I have a feeling this is not going to last as long. I mean, I'm being a little harsh here. I mean, it's a pillowcase, I mean, you're not really meant to, throw this in the water and use it as a life raft or nothing. I'm just being a little bit picky. But I mean, I don't know why they would do that. I mean, because they already went through the trouble of making this side look real good and kind of stitching it up. But again, going to the back, it's just, you can kind of stick your hand in here even. But again, I'm just being picky, but that is something to point out here. So that's me pointing out some picky stuff. And let's go over the more important. How does it feel? Because again, this is a pillowcase. You're going to sleep on this. You're going to have it, your face on it, your head on it, and everything else here. If you're like me, you're probably going to have a few dogs on there as well. So as far as how this feels, it actually feels very, very nice. You can kind of see here a little bit anyway. I think the camera can pick that up. You can kind of see when the light hits it, it actually has a little bit of almost a sparkle, kind of a little bit of it reflects a little bit. For me, that's important. Again, like I said a second ago, I have dogs here. I have dogs, cats, things like that. So I'm always kind of thinking about the hair. A material like this should do pretty good on actual repelling the hair. The hair should, wipe right off of this. Where if you saw a bunch of like little beads, almost kind of more of a cottony look, the hair tends to stick to it more. So for me, that's a good thing. It looks like the hair is going to bounce right off this thing, hopefully. It is very, very soft. It almost feels like silk, kind of. Not literally like silk, but it does feel similar to it. So I definitely like this. Again, me talking about the sewing, that's just me kind of nitpicking, just so you guys can kind of at least see something that's going to be maybe different than what you may think about. But all in all, I would definitely recommend this. It feels very, very nice. It is very soft. And again, having that kind of silky material, I do think that, you know, it's probably going to do real good with the dog hair. So there you go, guys. I hope somebody out there got something from this video. And I appreciate you guys watching. You have a great day.